I unadded her, but I re-added her when she DM'd me. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just re-add her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she hit me up like an hour after I added her on Snapchat. And she's like, this is like completely, like I'm not even capping. Like I'm about to be so truthful when I say this. So now I told her, I'm like, nah, I think I'm gonna just smoke. And she's like, lame, I'd rather have you bend me over. And I'm like,
Welcome to the Sit Down Podcast, everybody. It's another week, and we are back in the studio. I know for the past 3 weeks, we was in Santa Maria in Studio 33, but we are back in mine. So I'm so happy about that, and I got a great guest here right next to me with the most confusing name I've ever seen. No. It's Fr.Dejavu. He's right next to me, man. I had to bring him on the show for a number of reasons. First off, he's probably one of the first like underground artists, I guess. I hate putting that label out, but like the first underground artist I like stumbled upon like organically and was just blown away. Was really blown away. Like I started listening to the shit, and I'm just like, yo, this shit is fire, bro. Like I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And I remember I played a Replay in No Time, and I'm like, yo, these are slappers, yeah, and then West Coast, and like I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. Like this is, and like I was just blown away by like the production as well, like the quality. Like I've played it on like my headphones, I've played it on my car speaker, I've played it on my little Bose speaker. You know what I mean? I've played it. I've pretty much slapped this shit everywhere, and it slaps like quality wise on all like speakers. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's rough. I don't know. It's just rough especially because, like, now that I'm out of high school, it's kind of hard to, like, push out shit because I'm not around all the people who want to kiss ass. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like you can't really get it out there because I'm just not around people that much no more.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? People don't really remember it, but I try to keep social media. I try to apply myself on social media a lot, but like people just, you know what I mean, people scroll and shit, they don't even look, pay attention. So that's been rough, but I still get shit. I mean, I'm still getting like in a week maybe like 100 plays in a week, which is cool to me. Like that's dope.
Oh yeah, bro, that's exactly how I am with this podcast.
And then when I dropped Due to Me with Le'Veon, my boy Levi, that shit popped off. Like I did not expect that. We made that song and I was like,
here, right?
No, that show.
Okay, my bad.
But he lives in, where does he live? San Jose or some shit? Santa Barbara. And fucking man, like that dude's dope. He sounds like Lil Yachty, but man, we made that song and I was like, this shit go hard. And then I dropped it. Next thing you know, like maybe like a week in, we got like a 1,000 plays.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, that's dope. Like, to be honest though, I've gotten to the point where like when I get like 1,000 or like 2K, it don't really faze me. Yeah. Like I remember when I got 1,000 like a couple years, like maybe like a year ago, I was hyped. We were hyped.
Yeah.
Like because it was we had the whole group on a song, and that shit had like 1,000 in like maybe like a week.
And then like a couple days later it went to 5.
Yeah, a couple days later it went to 5K.
Yeah.
We were like, oh shit. Yeah. And it was keep in mind, it's a garbage ass song. Like it was garbage. It was so bad. And like just how like everybody's music is bad when they first start doing it. But man, like we got so many plays and people were hyping us up. It was a lit ass time. But now it's like, you know what I mean? We get up to like 3K, 2K plays and it's like, you know what I mean? You just strive for more.
Yeah.
But but like I said, it's just really hard because I gotta, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to apply myself on social media when I only have like 600 followers. So.
But I wanted to get a little bit first into like who you are as a person. So like I was wondering if you could open up a little bit like about maybe like how you were like raised, how you grew up, like maybe what are some like defining moments in like your past that kind of make you who you are.
Oh yeah, I get you. Well, first off, I'm blessed to not have grown up in any bad sort of way. Like so I was born in Sacramento.
Okay.
I didn't grow up in Sacramento, but I was there till like maybe I was like 10, 12. And then like, you know what I mean, we grew up around North Highlands area and Broderick and fucking Roseville and all that shit, and Woodland. Oh yeah, I got family all over in Sacramento. Yeah, man, I love it. I'm
so
grateful.
How long you been in Paso for?
Since maybe like 2013, 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, for a fat minute. Okay. It's been a fat minute.
So what kind of like got you into music? Like when did music start being like kind of relevant?
Dude, I'm always listening to. I love R&B, like old 2000s R&B. I fucking love it, bro. Like Chris Brown, Mariah Carey, Alicia Keys, fucking Usher,
the staring out the
Lloyd,
window type R&B,
Jagged Edge. Man, I can't stop. Like to this day, I still listen. Like last night, I was jamming out to that shit while playing Zelda. I was just, you know what I'm saying? Like I love R&B and I love hip hop, but yeah. I grew up on a lot of Mariah Carey. In my mom's car, she drive me to school, Mariah Carey on the radio, and like that just made me like, and I wanted to sing for like a fat minute, and I thought I couldn't sing for a long time. Like I don't even think I can sing. It's just the auto tune that be carrying me, to be honest with you. But so yeah, so I really wanted to sing, and I would write songs when I was little. Stupid ass songs like about a crush or some shit, some dumb shit, and I write that shit, and I just like, and I'd hide it because I didn't want anybody to know, and I would just write it. Like I wouldn't even sing to it. I just would be writing, so I didn't like know what I was like, what the melody was, or like what kind of, you know what I'm talking about. So I just write it.
Story when we were in the studio.
What we got?
About the what?
About that one chick.
Oh man, yo.
You had a chick like
content,
what? Let's hear it.
So,
exclusive story.
I won't disclose names, but man, like I went to his studio one time.
Okay.
Can
we call her Cheryl?
I'll say Cheryl. Yeah, we'll call her Cheryl. All right, we'll call her Cheryl. Fucking. So Cheryl hits me in the DMs talking about sliding up on my story or some shit, and I'm like, okay. And I went, and there was a while, like maybe like a year ago, I just unadded hella people on Instagram and Snapchat just because like I was like a lot, like it was just a rough time for me. So I was like, I don't don't trust nobody. So I was like, fuck it. And plus like half of these people aren't even active, and I don't even like follow what you're doing or like your pictures or nothing like that. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just unfollow you.
It's pointless, yeah.
I just unfollowed hella people, unadded hella people, and I unadded her, but I re-added her when she DM'd me. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just re-add her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So. And she hit me up like an hour after I added her on Snapchat, and she's like, "This is like completely like I'm not even capping. Like I'm about to be so truthful when I say this." She was like texting me and like talking about, "Yo, you should hit me up more, blah blah blah." And I was like low key like in my head, like in the moment, I'm like, shit, okay, maybe. So like okay. I was like, and she was like, "Well, whenever you're free, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I'm always free." So you know what I'm saying? So then that night. Because she told me that night she might hit me up to slide through, and so I was like, all right, fuck it. But then I was like, nah, I'm like bored. I want to go smoke. I want to go make some music. So I went to this fool's house, my homie Nate's.
Yeah.
And like an hour into like the studio session, we're getting ready to go smoke, and bro, she hits my phone, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm with the homie. She's like, lame. She's like, when are you gonna slide through? And I was like, I don't know, I'm about to smoke, I can't drive, you know, because I'm like, you know what I mean, if I'm gonna do something, I'm in my spot for a minute until I'm cooling, and then I'll go home.
Right.
But she's like, lame, like you should come hang out with me and my friend. And she's with her friends, right? And I think they're drinking or some shit. And I'm like, damn, like I don't know. And then I mention it to the homies that's in the room. And they're like, dude, don't do it because of this, that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck. And they're hella paranoid. I'm getting paranoid now. I'm like scared. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, wait, so she did this or she did that? I'm like, oh, fuck that. No. So now I told her, I'm like, nah, I think I'm going to smoke. And she's like, lame. I'd rather have you bend me over. And I'm like, oh my. I was like, yo, coming on aggressive. Look, she was coming on mad aggressive, bro. Like she's like I'm gonna shoot my shot or I'm a fucking airball. So I was like, fuck, bro, dead ass. She's like deep. She's deep 3 right now. She's deep 3 right now. And I'm like, bro, and I'm like, yo, you coming on a little aggressive. And I didn't think it was her. Keep in mind, she's just got out of a relationship.
So she's trying to thought it up for a bit.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, and what sucks though is I fuck with the dude. like that was her ex. So I'm like, so at the same time, like in the moment, I was like, okay, I'm down. But now I'm just like, I overthought it, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think I can do that. So I tell her, and like I'm dead ass about this. I send her a picture. I'm like, yo, is this you? And I send her a picture of my face. And then she sends me a video. She's like, yeah, this is me. So you're going to get in my guts or what? And I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like, baby, hold on. Slow it down. I'm like, baby, slow it down. And so she sends me the video. And I went, yo. And I showed everybody.